Getting email marketing right can not only make you thousands of dollars extra per month, but increase the only number that actually matters in your business, profit. All right, so number 4 is automations and flows. Really the same thing, just depending on which platform you're using. If you get nothing else from this video, I hope this is it. Automations and flows can literally put money into your business on autopilot. Most of the time I will tell you that set up and forget it type of strategies do not work and are really just a waste of money because it's kind of those get rich quick type of schemes. But this is honestly the exception. The number one issue clothing stores run into when they're talking about automations or flows are which to set up and how to do it. But first and foremost, let me just kind of explain. So the flows and automations real quickly are things that happen automatically. It's like if this happens, then do this. If somebody abandons checkout, give them this email, give them this SMS, whatever that may be, right? So it's an if this, then that type of situation. But to make it a lot easier for you to not run into the issues that people have whenever they're creating these flows or automations, let me explain. So here are a list of flows we suggest right now. Pre-purchase, meaning that they have not purchased, right? So site abandonment, browse abandonment, abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, and back in stock. These are the basics that you need to have set up in your store no matter what, or inside of Klaviyo no matter what. The post-purchase though, these are your thank you purchases, your cross-sell, upsell. So many people forget this, that if somebody buys on day 1 for your clothing store, it doesn't mean that they won't buy again on day 20, day 21, right? Once they receive the product. So cross-sell and upsell, super big. Customer win back, if they haven't purchased for 30, 60, 90 days, give them something. And then the most important, the farewell email, or like a sunset engaged email. Basically anybody who hasn't purchased in 90 days after you try to win them back, just go ahead and remove them from the list. Don't keep paying for them. Quit sending those emails to the inbox, because if they do not open them, then you will start to be like kind of like blacklisted, and then it will mess with your open rates for a lot of your other emails that you try to send in the future. All right, before we jump into the next one here, I just want to say howdy. My name is Aaron. I'm one of the co-founders here, and we are an e-commerce growth agency that focuses on helping clothing stores grow and scale profitably online. We put out new content every week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so number 3 is segmentation, or for the lack of a better term, personalization. Personalizing what experience, this experience anyway, allows you to truly win with email marketing. And I would say that's probably the most important part with your email marketing is the personalization of them. Making each customer experience unique can seem daunting, but when you do this correctly, your sales are going to skyrocket. Most clothing brands send to their whole list every time they send out emails. They're like, well, I only got 100 people on the list. I'm not gonna segment, I'm just gonna send it to everybody. Don't do this, right? It's very hard to not, but please do not. If you use an email provider like Klaviyo, which we keep mentioning, which we absolutely suggest that you do, then you can segment your audiences based off of actions. So get this, when someone visits specific pages of your website, you can have them added to a list and tagged. If they make certain purchases, you can add them to a list. And you guessed it, if they go to the site several times but don't buy, you can add them to a list. I personally love sending out an email within an hour or two after someone has been on the site for the second or third time without buying, telling them how much you missed them and throwing in a bundle or a deal to get them to come back. You don't always have to do a discount. Sometimes you just need to add more value. Discounts are perceived value, but what can you do? Like, can you give them double, right, for the same price, or whatever it is, right? What can you do to add more value? All of this is really good, but without an actual list to send to, it can be hard to make money because you have to have actual people to send it to. Which brings us to number 2, how to grow your email list. Very simply, create a lot of engaging, valuable content and drive traffic to your site with organic and paid marketing, or advertising rather. It's that simple. I mean, really. Now, when the customers get to your site, you need to make sure you are optimized. That's the part where people mess up, is their numbers when they get traffic to the site are really low. Whether you get 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people to the site, doesn't really matter. What really matters is your opt-in rate. I would like that opt-in rate to be 5% and above, meaning for every 100 people who go to the site, you get 5 of those. And best practices are, so if you're one of those people that take notes, hopefully you are, best practices for desktop and mobile, right? You want a different experience for both of those people because they are different experiences. So, right, design a desktop and a mobile experience pop-up. A couple of things to be thinking about as you're creating this pop-up. Exit intent pop-ups on desktop, right? So as they're leaving the page, then have the pop-up. 50% scroll on mobile. This is really important because you don't have an exit intent option there. And the big thing here is to get rid of that X. So there is an X in the right-hand corner of the pop-up that makes it super easy. Everybody just knows, go and click that X, get rid of it. And then at the bottom of it, after your offer, whatever your offer is, or your text or anything, just make sure that there's a no to that offer, meaning that yes, here, take this offer, or no, I don't like discounts, or no, thank you, I don't like paying full price. Whatever it is, that you just need to have somebody psychologically say, no, I don't want a deal. Because when they do that, they have to make a decision like, I kind of do want that deal, and then they will put it in. Those things will help you. Okay, so now instead of another fluff video with really good practices and 30,000 foot view, y'all know I like to show you how things actually look and feel. So let's jump into Klaviyo and show you what's actually working right now. But before we do, I want to share with you the secrets to growing a successful clothing store with our free training. Learn the 5 crucial pillars step by step. This is the exact strategy that we've used to help brands reach $1 million months. Get access to this now. Click the link in the description down below. All right, so number 1 here is Klaviyo, an inside look at what is actually working. Let's jump into that right now. All right, so we are inside of Klaviyo right now. Just going to give you a quick overview. So this has total revenue, $310,000 in the last 30 days. Revenue from Klaviyo, $63,000. We've actually switched this. Klaviyo does a default 5-day attribution, which means that if something happens, if somebody opens an email or clicks an email within 5 days, they count it as the sale. We don't believe that's the case. So I don't know how many times you guys go back to an email to make a purchase, but I'm guessing not very often. So we moved it to 1 day. So these numbers are a little bit more accurate, I would say. We also use a tool like Triple Whale that actually does real attribution within ads, everything like that. So if you want to check out the Triple Whale and actually know if email or ads or anything are working, just check out the link in the description. But most importantly here, we really want this number to be closer to 30%. So the flows making a small percentage. Revenue from Klaviyo as a whole is about 20%. I really want that to be higher, so we're really trying to get this number back up. Now, it's doing decent. SMS is a small portion here. We are actually just implementing this, so that's why it's such a small percentage. But these are kind of the flows that are going on right now where it's making the most money. So browse abandonment, viewed few versus many, made $294. We had another one right here, price drop notification standard. You can look at this real quick and I'll show you. So when an item price drops by at least 15% and someone viewed the item or related to checkout within the item within the last 30 days, price drop alert sends them a message. This is actually done really well. Super easy flow to set up. But let me go back to this browse abandonment. I want to show you what it's looking like right now. So when someone viewed the product, wait 30 minutes, has viewed the product at least once in the last 5 days, so it's relevant. Then if not in the last 5 days, did you see something you liked? You'll get this email. If they did, we know you've been shopping around for something, and then you actually get this flow here. But we can actually add more emails to this. This is just a single flow, but it's making a decent amount of money. I also wanted to show you kind of the list and segments that we had here. So this is list and segments. Okay, so all subscribers, this is everybody who's actually subscribed to the email list. So decent sized email list. It was about 24,000. Potential purchasers, right here, 1,000 repeat buyers, anybody who's purchased twice. So we got about 9,000 people right there, and then VIP customers. Okay, so inside of here, potential purchasers, this is just a label, but let me show you exactly what this is here. So click this. All right, so this is the inside of what we have set up. So what someone has done or not done, viewed product at least once in the last 30 days, when someone has done, clicked the email, as active on the site. This is all within 30 days. So if they've taken action within 30 days, this is the list of the segment that's being built. You could break it out to 60 days depending on how many emails that you send per week, but you really don't want to go over about 90 days. So that we want this list to be smaller because of that. Let me go back over here to a couple of other flow options. So we have the back in stock flow, browse abandonment, first purchase anniversary. This is definitely one I would add in as well. Abandoned cart reminder, abandoned checkout, price drop that we talked about, site abandonment, customer win back. But really, to go back to this, I think the main thing that you guys are interested in is what percentage of revenue was actually made here, and then where that revenue was actually coming from. So as you can see though, The campaigns make a good chunk of the money, the flows not as much, but these are the flows that we have in place right there. Now, this is an SMS, made 156 bucks. What we do here, swim is in. All right, so can't go over too much of the details here, but there is, and I'll have to blur out this spot here of who it's coming from, but subject line was 60% off swimwear. Why I probably did well, because we're getting ready to go into swimwear season. 50% open rate. Honestly, who knows if that's correct with the Apple and iOS stuff, so don't worry about it. The click-through rate is less than 1%. There's a couple of things there we need to do is probably look at the design, because I'd like this number to be over 1%. But total revenue, $2,800, not too bad on an email. And my point here is that once you start to get into the details and you start to send more frequently, which we suggest about 3 emails per week, you get your flow set up, it can actually start to make you some real money. Like I said, this is about 20% of revenue. We really needed to get it to 30. So those are the fine details that we're gonna work on. But at the bare minimum, start sending out emails. If your list is 100 people right now, send out 1 email a week. If you get to 1,000, look at doing 2 to 3 emails per week. And then start to continue to segment those lists. If you have any questions at all, like literally drop questions down in the comments below. And right now we actually have a list of flows, automations. We'll just literally drop them to your account. So if you guys want those automations or flows or our updated list of flows to set up, just comment the word automation down below and we'll literally send it over to you, so you don't have to spend all the time creating all of these things inside of your Klaviyo account. That we will literally put them in there for you. If you like this video but need more traffic to your site, you realize that that's the actual issue, check out this video right here next. All right, y'all, we'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.